Hey y'all, it's Lissa, aka Bangs and Glasses, and I'm finally back with another Maggie Holmes Monday / May I Scraplift you. Today I'm scraplifting this layout from Just a Scrapbooker on Instagram. And this is the photo I'm going to be using, which is just a selfie of me from back in, I think, 2022. So I really love this layout. It actually uses Maggie Holmes. I think it's Market Square is what she used, but I'm going to be playing today with Maggie Holmes Sunny Days, which is a collection I really love. A lot of it is really beachy themed though, so I'm trying to avoid those ephemera pieces in my layout and just kind of do some like florals and butterflies and some kind of neutral things, because this is just a selfie of me. I think I was maybe on my way to work or leaving work and just in the car and just liked how my hair looked that day, so I just decided to take a selfie. So I did fussy cut some butterflies out of the large paper and the 6x8 paper that I had with my new fussy cutting scissors, which are working very nice. I really like them. And yeah, I'm really following her layout pretty exactly, except my photo is vertical instead of horizontal. So I had kind of pre-planned where I wanted to put things here. So this layout is going to come together very, very quickly. I really love how this blue and pink floral paper really brings out the colors in my cardigan. That was like one of my favorite cardigans that I had back in the day. I don't think it fits me any longer. So yeah, I don't know if I even have it anymore. I may have already gotten rid of it. But yeah, so I'm just really using those cardigan colors to decide the colors for this layout. If you're familiar with me and how I scrapbook, I kind of stick to a very limited color palette when I'm scrapbooking, just to help me keep things looking cohesive, even though I'm using a bunch of different patterns and things all at once. I just really like for it to not be overstimulating, so I think just keeping it to a couple different colors really helps with that. So I'm really focusing on just kind of this like purpley blue color, some pink, and there is some holographic in here as well with that doily, and that doily is actually half a doily that I had cut and used somewhere else, so it's nice to kind of use up that scrap here. These butterflies are going to go on these flowers that I've been hoarding and saving for a layout. So I'm glad I'm finally getting them on somewhere. And again, I really just used her sketch as my inspiration here. There is, yeah, not a lot of embellishment going on. It's just kind of these three sort of clusters around my photo. What I really loved about her layout is that she used one of those kind of like mandala papers that Maggie Holmes does sometimes, and she cut it in half and used it just on half the page, and I really loved how that looked, because sometimes those mandala papers can be a little tricky to figure out what to do with them, and I thought I had one of those kind of papers in this collection when I first pulled it out, but then I ended up having already used that paper, so I had this scrap of the like purpley blue / pink floral paper, and that just worked out perfectly for the colors in this photo, so I ended up using that instead, but still kind of using that idea of having that movement going away from the photo, like in her layout. Definitely check out her Instagram. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel or not. If so, I'll link, all of her stuff down below, and I just really appreciate using her layout as an inspiration. That was definitely helpful and is helping me get back in my crafty mojo. I am going to pop up some of the butterflies on some foam just to give this a little dimension. There is 1 or 2 chipboard pieces on this layout, so I think, bringing a little more dimension in some other areas is helpful just to keep things interesting. That March piece in the back there is a cut apart that I cut apart from the cut apart sheet, and I like how that looks, and I kind of find those calendar cut aparts tricky to use because it's usually just like a generic month calendar and it doesn't actually line up with what that month looked like that year. So I'm glad that I kind of was able to cover that up, and it's just like the idea of that calendar spot and just noting that this was March, but but not indicating a specific day or day of the week. And I love how the butterfly and flower look layered on that black and white floral piece. I think that looks really cool. That's another cut apart that I cut out of a sheet. I'm putting now just some final touches on here, just with some little heart stickers. I just have this one sticker sheet left, so I'm using it kind of sparingly. Yeah, and a lot of what's left on here is more beachy themed, but I'm able to kind of get a little bit more on here, and the title of this layout is just going to be XOXO. That just fit well in the space, and it's just kind of a generic title for a selfie like this. But I really love how this came out. Definitely check out Just a Scrapbooker on Instagram, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in the next crafty video. Bye!